Hey guys, Joe here, and here we are to talk about the Psychic Boy Ness. Now, in this video, we'll be going over Ness, some of his combos, and things like that. Now, if any of the information does not happen to be true, make sure to tell me in the comment section down below, and I'll tell you that you are right, that I'm wrong, because a lot of the information, not a lot, but sometimes the information is not true, so I just want to make sure that you get the best information possible. Now, Ness first appeared on Earthbound, but he did have a prequel, which was Mother 1. It's not really about Ness, it's about Nintendo, but it's close to the same thing. Ness' story focuses on fighting aliens, fighting real people. He kind of lives at the time right now, he lives at our time period, but he also fights stuff from the future, from the past. It's a really fun game. Earthbound is one of the best RPGs I've ever played, and if you haven't given Earthbound a try, I'll definitely recommend it. But let's get on to the guide actually about Ness. Ness is a fast-paced character that can go in and out, and also has quite a bit of combos, which many characters don't have in this game. He can space with his side B and up B, and he can beat camping characters with his down B. He can get Gent, which can be a big problem about him, but overall he's a very solid character and a good choice to pick in this brand new game. The dash attack in Ness is decent, but it really isn't the best. Now what it does do is it comes out very fast, it hits quite a bit in front of him, so you can hit opponents that are pretty far away, and it can also kill at very high percents, not very early, but at very high percents it can kill. Now it doesn't really combo into anything, and it can't be used as a shield that often because it is pretty slow. It's not the slowest, but it's not the fastest. Now I do use this sometimes, but most of the time will be in the air, so I don't use dash attack way too much, but it's definitely an okay move that you can use, just wouldn't recommend using it a lot. Ness's jab combo is a very good jab combo. Now it doesn't come out on frame 1 like someone like Zerasu or close to frame 1. It does come out about a little bit later, but it does actually attack very quickly and it does okay damage. Now with this you'll be hitting 3 times and you might be able to hit 1-2 into a grab. Most of the time though I do just go for the AAA. You can use this out of shield or out of landing. It's all over a okay jab, has pretty bad range, but it can hit the opponent. Now if you are next to the opponent and on the ground and you don't want to go for a forward tilt, jab can be a good option. Most of the time I am in the air as Ness, but if you're on the ground, jab is definitely very good. The forward tilt of Ness is the beefy kick. Now this is a decently fast move. It's actually pretty fast, but my favorite part about this move is that it actually can kill at the side of the stage. It looks very weak and it looks like it wouldn't kill, but it's happened to me many times. My friend Matthew, well, he will just kick you with his beefy kick from the Ness. Ness's side tilt and his forward tilt, it's really strong. It comes out decently fast, as I said, and it will be able to kill, so that's pretty much the best thing about it. Now you can shield into forward tilt, or you can go for the forward tilt out of the pivot, so it is overall a decent forward tilt. Definitely not one of the best. It's a little bit slow and doesn't really combo, but it's always a really fun one, and it is a very nice way to kill if you can't happen to get a kill from a grab or something like that. Up tilt is one of Ness's tilts that actually combos into itself. You can usually go 1 to 2 up tilts, not way too much like Pikachu or like Fox, but you can go 1 to 2. Then you can go for a neutral air or an up air or go for some forward air combos. It's definitely a okay move. Now it does hit mostly right on top of himself and then a little bit above him, so it does not have the best range. I wouldn't recommend to use this if the opponent is pretty far away. But if they are right on you, this is definitely a great move. It's better than jab in most situations, so if the opponent is right above you or if they are right on you, I would recommend to go for up tilt because it does combo and it's a very nice move. Down tilt is an extremely fast move that, one hit the opponent, it will actually trip them, which is something that doesn't happen way too often in this game, so you will just press down. It has a decent range, but most of the time you just want to trip and then immediately go for the grab. Now, it can be a little bit hard to guess when the opponent is actually going to trip because it's not a 100% trip chance move, but it's decent, it's okay. Once you get the trip, you usually want to go for down throw, forward air, forward air, forward air, and you can maybe get an up air. Definitely one of his better ground moves, but a lot of the time you won't be able to set it up. But if you do happen to set it up, it'll be one of your best moves that you can happen to get. The baseball bat is one of Ness's best killing moves. That's not a grab. Now this move does come out very slowly, but if you hit at the very tip of the bat, it can actually reflect projectiles, and the best part is that it can kill the opponent as early as like 40%. If you happen to see my Ness video, I killed the opponent Falco very early. It's one of the strongest side smashes in the game. But even if you don't hit it right on the tip, which is the best part to hit it, even if you hit it closer to Ness, you usually can kill 100%, maybe 110. It's one of the strongest side smashes in the game, but it does have a ton of ending lag and a ton of startup lag. It charges really weirdly. So don't use this way too much in your games. Most of the time an up air or a back throw would be a better choice. But if you do happen to get a very nice read, this will kill extremely early on, and one of your best kill moves, just really hard to kill with because it is so slow. Down smash is one that I actually don't see a lot of Nesses use. Now I'll hit behind him, then in front of him, and it's an okay move. It doesn't really kill, it maybe can gimp by hitting the opponent a lot of the way horizontally off the stage, but what I use this for is to cover rolls, because it does stay out on the ground a long time. The yo-yo will stay out for quite a while, and it does do decent damage. It may not be the best down smash, and it doesn't actually kill, but it is really good for getting some rolls. So if the opponent is rolling a lot, down smash will be your best friend. Up smash is just like down smash, and that I mean that a lot of people don't actually use this. Most of the time they'll just go for the side smash or for back throw or something. But with the up smash, it will throw yo-yo all the way around you. Now this move might not kill once again like your down smash, which can be a little bit of a problem. It's kind of annoying that you don't have a killing smash. But it does do okay damage, and it does hit all the way around you, so if the opponent does air dodge a lot with this move, or if they do just roll again, it can be a very nice move to use. Now, I wouldn't recommend to use it way too much, but if you want to become a good Ness, you probably should learn how to do some running up smashes. It can hit pretty fast, and it's not a kill move, but it will be able to get you that high damage, which will lead into kill moves later on in the game. Not every move has to be a kill move for it to be a good smash attack. The up throw of Ness is not great, but it is not terrible. Now what you can do with up throw is pretty much one major thing, or two. The first one though, the most major thing, is to go up throw into up B, and then chase the opponent with the up B, try to hit it with the tip of the up B, or with the lightning following it. Or something else that you can do is go up throw, and then hope the opponent misses the air dodge and go into an up air. Usually that doesn't work though, so I would recommend up throw into up B. I don't use up throw way too much because he has a lot of better throws, but if you do want a little bit of a mix up, this can be pretty nice, pretty early on in the game. Ness's down throw is his bread and butter throw, just like pretty much every other character in the game. Now with this down throw, you will go down throw into short hop forward air, and then jump again, get another forward air. Sometimes you can get another forward air, or you can get an up B and hit yourself with the opponent's up B. It is very strong. This is definitely your best way to actually kill the opponent, and this is your best way to actually do a lot of damage. And by killing, I mean you can chain it into an up air sometimes. Now, it might not always be able to combo into itself way too much at a higher percent, but definitely a lower percent, this will be your best way to do damage. So going side B into down throw, or just a read grab into down throw, will always be good and will get you that high early game damage that you need, so then you can get your kills pretty easily as Ness later on. This is the infamous back throw. Now with this back throw, it can kill as early as 60%, depending on the character of course. Against someone like Bowser though, it will take about 100% if you are off the side of the map. It also depends how high the map ceiling is and all that kind of stuff. But it does shoot at them in a diagonal direction, but more horizontally than vertically, which is really nice in some maps, and kinda sucks in some other maps. Now this is probably the best killing throw in the game. Maybe Toon Link's is a bit better in certain maps once again, but this is definitely one of the best throws in the game. Ness's grab range isn't way too bad either, so it's pretty easy to get a lot of this. You can go even neutral air into this. You can do a lot of ways to get into your back throw, and then once you do hit the back throw, it'll pretty much be an early, easy kill because back throw just kills really early on. I'll show some footage in the background showing how early it kills, but definitely one of the better throws in the game, and you should be using it quite a bit. Just don't stall it out in the beginning of the game. Go for down throw, forward throw, up throw, anything but back throw, because it will kill a lot later if you do use this move a lot, because it will stall out. The forward throw is probably the one that I really never use, to be honest. I usually go for down throw or up throw or pretty much anything but forward throw. Now there are some things you can do a forward throw, but just a rule of thumb, just don't go for forward throw unless you really know what you're doing. So yeah, just go for down throw and you'll be fine. Ness's Nair is actually one of the better Nairs in the entire game. Now it comes out extremely fast, it hits all the way around Ness, it lasts for a tiny bit of time, but longer than a lot of people's Nairs, and then it also will kill the opponent. It can be used for early combos, and it can be used just out of short hop Nair and just spam that all the way around the field. This is definitely one of the best Nairs in the entire game, just because all the things I've said, and you should be using your Nair quite a bit. It might not be quite as useful as your forward air, but as a secondary move that you should be spamming out, it's definitely your Nair. I really like to use it mostly for the kill options later in the game, because you can go off the stage, go for some Nairs, and then you'll be done. You'll pretty much get the kill. Otherwise though, you can get some combos early on with Nair into grab, and a lot of other things. Definitely try out your Nair a lot, and try to learn anything and any combos that you can get out of your Nair. This is definitely one of his worst moves, but it is okay if you really want to try it out. I would never use it personally. But what it does is it slowly spikes underneath Ness, and it'll pretty much just be a decent spike. You can use this on stage and spike, and you can use this off of stage, but you shouldn't be trying to spike off stage as Ness because your recovery kind of stinks. So don't use this move way too much, but you can try to be MLG, get it down air, just don't use it way too much. The up air is one of his earliest killing moves, other than his side smash and other than his up B hitting himself, or other than his back throw. But with this move, I would definitely recommend that you do it on a stage with a low ceiling. Ness is very good on stages with low ceilings. Always pick those, pick places like Battlefield, and fight at the very top if you do happen to have to fight in a place with a high ceiling. But otherwise, low ceilings are the best for Ness. You should definitely go for this move though, because it will get you at those high damage DPSs, and will also be able to kill the opponent, which is the main function of this move. I can go for these all day. You can just keep spamming them out. They don't have way too much lag, and they're just a really nice move just to throw out whenever you don't really know what to do. The bear has a sweet spot and then a sour spot, similar to Zelda and similar to people like her, like the Falcon Knee. But with this, it doesn't really have the best knockback, even if you do hit it on the sweet spot bear. And if you don't hit the sweet spot, it's not very good. It is, once again, a decent aerial, but just don't go for way too many bears. And if you do go for a bear, make sure that you hit the sweet spot, or else it'll just be a waste of an air move. The PK Flash is unarguably one of the worst moves in the entire game, just because it takes so long to charge up. It's pretty much a completely worthless neutral special. But if you do happen to have the opponent be a complete idiot, you can go for the PK Flash, and it will kill way early on in the game. But once again, if the opponent's not stupid, they'll probably get out of the way of the PK Flash, or they can just air dodge or just spot dodge. So don't go for any PK Flashes unless you really want them style points, and you really hope the opponent isn't way too smart in the head. PK Fire is one of those moves that is extremely annoying online and kind of worthless in person, because in person you can shield the PK Fire, but online it is so laggy that it's hard to perfect shield the PK Fire, so there is that. But PK Fire will do quite a bit of damage if you hit the opponent. It does come out too slowly to actually really use much in tournament play. You can use it a little bit, especially on stages with platforms, because it will be shot at an angle. But something that you can do to make PK Fire more usable in tournament play is to double jump really fast, press the double jump button, short hop twice, and then go for the side B. I'll try to show it. It's really weird to do, but if you do it, it'll let you short hop side B, and it'll also hit right in front of you, and then you can immediately go for an attack. One of the better things you can do with the side B, but overall don't use side B way too much if you're playing in person. Otherwise online, spam the crap out of side B. You can't dodge it online. The up B is a very good chasing tool. It can hit the opponent in the air, it can do a lot of damage, it can even hit the opponent without the tip and just with the lightning at the end, and can combo the opponent quite a few times. But as a recovery, it is not the best. It can be hard to learn at the beginning, but overall it doesn't take way too long to actually learn this move. Just make sure you hit your opponent at the right trajectory, and then you'll go back up onto the stage. Now you can be spiked really easily while you're trying to get back up on the stage, but if the opponent is slow, you can usually use your up B and it'll hit them while they're trying to spike you, so there is that. But overall, it's really not that great of a recovery. If your opponent has a great spike, they'll probably do pretty well against Ness, so try to pick Ness against people that don't have great spikes, or else you'll kind of get dumpstered on. Healing with the down B is always nice, and especially in this case because it will heal you quite a bit. You can heal off bombs, you can heal off Samus shots, you can heal off Samus side B bombs, you can heal off a lot of things. Now in matchups where you don't have anybody with a heal, then this will be kind of worthless, but in matchups versus a heal, this is definitely a very strong move. Now something that's really nice about this move is that if you get hit and then you start recovering, right after you start the recovering animation, you can let go of down B and then immediately attack. You can kind of trick the opponents. It's a little fun thing that you can do. Definitely try it out if you haven't before. Otherwise, just don't use this move way too much, especially if you're in a battle without fighting somebody with a range attack, or else it'll be kind of worthless overall. Thank you for watching this guide about Ness. If you did enjoy and if you did learn something about the little man Ness, make sure to leave a like and comment down below what your favorite place is in the Earthbound series, on it, or all the other places. If you did enjoy, once again, press the comment and press the like, and I'll be seeing you guys all next time.